Right then. Welcome back. Last time we went ahead and grabbed diplomatic ideas. All of them. And now the annexation for Commonwealth will be at least done before 1900. Still almost 20 years after the end date, but oh well. Additionally, Turkey's now a republic. The Mamluks are reformed in Egypt. Yeah. Also, the Canaries. Venetian culture. And their capital is in Argentina. Yeah. Might as well get started. Banker died. Collector. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but the extra 3 diplomatic points are going to be incredibly helpful. I do have to admit the next election will be relatively soon, in about a year. So I won't be enjoying this highly skilled leader for much longer. Unless every other candidate is absolutely awful, then I might actually just go ahead and re-elect, despite the fact that it costs quite a bit of Republican tradition to do that sort of a thing. And I don't plan on doing that thing often, especially since it doesn't change the stats of the leader, unlike in base game. Or that's a different story. Okay, I'm earning something per month. Maximum amount is 2,390. Which is almost exactly 150 months from now, and that will be full, assuming there's no other costs. 150 months is a little over 10 years. Okay. The president of Bulgaria... 809. There's no way it can get to me that fast, though. Might as well take advantage of my minimum level of corruption, plus the slight benefit from anti-clericism to grab a tech. Natural rights. I can use this. While the game is running. The culmination of the Enlightenment came in the French Revolution. The National Constituent Assembly published the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, describing the natural rights all men possessed simply by being human, regardless of where or when they lived. In effect, it declared all men free and equal and their rights protected by the state. The declaration was widely influential even outside of France, and also inspired the feminist movement with the 1791 Declaration of the Rights of Women. Wait, when was the Declaration of the Rights of Man itself published? Google, do your thing. $1793? That doesn't sound right. $1789. Okay. In August. Thank you. Frickin' autocomplete. 345, 324, 151. None of these are great. I'll take the over that. Ruler's not dead, just out of office. Someone else has been elected head of council. Aww. I was hoping to get some Republican tradition from that, but apparently it only gives legitimacy. Okay. Wait, Boro news. Maybe it takes a month for it to update, either that or it's already hit by +20. Wait, what happened to my... I was spying in Pisa, wasn't I? Oh, they got annexed. Well, okay, I'm gonna need to find a new country to get technology off of. Okay. Admin tech level. Maximum is Florence. Why does it have to be Florence? Or subject state, I can't spy them. And there's Verona, which I think is also a subject state. Stettin has 51 and 52. 51. I'd prefer Stettin. On the other hand, Stettin has an awful amount of spy defense. Okay, let's see. How much will a Grove on? 0.47 per month. I think I'll spy on multiple countries at the same time. The other one is Verona. Doesn't have as good on the diplomatic tech front, but I can still work with it. Florence is 52, 51, 52, which is just plain absurd. Actually, you park in the area. I don't even have this much. This many monarch points to work with. And they're getting it, despite the fact that they don't even have Enlightenment yet. That takes an absurd amount of points to deal with. The Enlightenment is spreading here pretty quickly. 0.58 per month. About 3.5 months left. 3.5 points left. So 7 months or so. From now. So, January or February, maybe March at the latest. Honestly, the greatest would be to just be able to spy directly on Florence, but their subject state, I would have spied on their own overlord, and their admin tech is as bad as my diplo tech. I'm serious. Their admin tech's at 45. I'm spying in order to reduce costs, specifically for admin tech. Military tech, I'm already at max level, and I don't have any plans to do much else with military points. Diplotech, for the moment, is going to be just ignored because I need every point I can get in order to accelerate the annexation of the Commonwealth. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the Enlightenment has reached here. Yep, it's in Bulgaria. They haven't embraced it yet. It could be because maybe they don't have enough money for it, or they're just waiting for a couple other provinces to get it. I think it's the largest of the provinces below it. That is much faster. I can recognize that. That's good. It's gonna reach here in 1812, so it's definitely here in 1810. This is definitely not fast enough to embrace it immediately. In fact, I should stop buying steam power factories for a little while in order to make enough money for that sort of thing. In fact, Vladimir's starting to get it too. Once it reaches Moscow, it's going to spread like wildfire across my country. And likely in my other vassals too. Some parts of... probably Scandinavia? Yeah. Of course, I'm gonna need to save up money for that. Which is actually the biggest issue. I don't think I have enough money to even come close to him. Oh boy. I bought a number. 15,700 ducats. Judging by the fact that all these are my biggest provinces. After autonomy is calculated, of course. Yeah, they're all over 700 ducats and there's 10 provinces. Yep. Well, Moscow, Cherson, and Sarai, are going to be fast with dealing with this. Yeah, my estimate for the cost is going to be around 20,000 ducats. I might be able to bring it down to 1900. Ooh, Milan's gets upgraded to paper. A much lower idea cost and advisor costs. I haven't looked at the production buffs yet. Plentiful steel, that hasn't changed. Amp paper, there's that. Ooh, Selka's upgraded. Now giving me increased admin tech cost discount from 2.5% to 5%, and plus 5% provincial trade power. Which probably accounts for the increased amount of trade power I have now. Trade money. Yay, more money! Alright, detached walls. Okay. Fortifications adapt to the increased availability and power of artillery by having detached walls, which can be destroyed without violating the entire structure. Oh, that actually makes sense. Military tactics buff. Nice. Not the last one, but it's the last big one. As well as a big buff to artillery fire. Well, that's the last of the .5s. More coming soon. And the last big buff to artillery shock. The next one is slightly smaller. Also, it's reached Moscow by now. Let's see the spreads across the country. Cherson has not improved at all. I don't think Sarajevo did have either. 1.36 in Vladimir. Nice. 0.37 in Filikino. Not so great. Same with Pskov. Any other provinces that are interesting? Fell on Bryansk. Okay, that's a little better. Not by a huge amount. 0.53 in Torzhok. And there's the neighboring provinces. Dmitrov is a big one since it has both adjacent and the Art Center spread. Heck, Vladimir also has both, which is part of the reason why it's so good with that spread. Nizhny Novgorod does not actually have a university, an art center. Actually kind of funny considering it's a university. Right, now let's arrive in Cherson. Yep, initial cost, 23,000. Thankfully, other cities are going to pick this up decently quickly, with Vladimir being one of the first. The Sarajevo did gets there first. Although that really depends on embracement speed. 1816. 1814 Vladimir. Yeah, it will probably get there first. Bryansk is at 1819. What? Bohemia is a junior partner. Well, okay. This keeps getting crazier and crazier. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. Yep. Right, so. Is that? No. Okay, so I thought that was Aragon. Genoa now only has southern Corsica. Northern half is owned, well, the rest of their territory is owned by Savoy. Turkey hasn't done much. So I've conquered this one little province that was Wallachia. Neither has Egypt done much, but they do seem to be trying to conquer this stuff. I don't know when they conquered this. Stopping a core of became a core of Egypt, March 1754. Okay, this was not recently obtained. Yeah. Colonization continues of various provinces, although now England has started to expand into the rest of Madagascar. Portuguese Chile, Portuguese Peru, Portuguese Colombia, Scottish Texas and Louisiana. There's also Cuba, which is pretty much Castillo's only colony. As far as I'm aware, I have no idea what's going on over in California, so I don't even have a look into most of the trade notes. Cuba, Scotland, Scottish, Louisiana, the Antilles, Nova Scotia. Those are all countries that I know. There could be someone in California. I have no clue though. Nova Scotia, Munster, Canada. Not much interesting here. Leinster is no longer around. Munster's allied France. We might see unified Ireland at some point. Permanent claims, regular claim. Figure Ireland, the Irish miners have a similar mission tree to that in the base game. At least the parts with the conquest of Ireland. For some reason, the medium-sized flag for France is still the same one, despite the revolutionary. The tiny flag, the one in tooltips, doesn't exist. I don't want to try to look like the big flag is because that's liable to crash the game. Viva la Revolution! Big rivaled me in the last session. I don't plan on embargoing it because I fear what could happen if they embargo me, because that's a lot of trade that I get from over there. They're creating a mess of military commissions. No, there's not much really has changed. There's not one I've noticed. John Bourne Delhi are doing some interesting things with borders over there. Persia hasn't changed for, I think, a century by now. There's Iunia here. Yeah. I've also built up several steam factories, especially in provinces like this one. Definitely raises the urban gravity by a huge quantity, so I don't even need to bother touching it. Or this province. I can safely ignore this for several months. Which is especially helpful because the Enlightenment has started to arrive, and it's only in 2 provinces, and it currently costs 23,000 ducats to embrace. Thankfully, as more cities can embrace it, its costs are going to reduce. However, as autonomy lowers in multiple provinces, costs will rise because it's development, relative development, based on autonomy. Yeah. Also, latest guess is still 1876. But I'm waiting until until I'm sure that I can grab 3 tech levels with just admin points, or more likely, just grabbing Enlightenment, because by that point I definitely have enough points for it all. So the cost will reduce from 664 to 424. Because 60% of 400 is 240. Yeah. Okay then. And then after that I'll grab Eminence. No, it's not Eminence. Yes, actually it is Eminence ideas. Alright, I'll see you again next time, probably. I'm still maintaining enough interest to try another week. In fact, the game will probably end in the next week. So, I'll see you again next time. Till then.